Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm Danielle, and today we are talking about relationships, but not just any relationships. We are talking about 5 things that no one tells you before becoming a wife, and some of them are more like reminders and some of them are basic relationship like duh, but also some of these things are reminders, but like they just like completely go over our head when they're in the middle of a relationship. And so this video is for you if you are in a relationship, if you want to be in a relationship, if you've been in a relationship for a long time or a little bit. It's all good because we all deal with people. And so I'll be talking a lot about like in relationship, like you in relationship to your partner. However, like this really could go with like you and your best friend or stuff like that, because relationships can be really tricky, but they are so worth it. And I live by the old saying that it's better to love and lost. It is better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all, because like if you don't have love, if you don't have relationships, then like, I mean, things are just kind of eh. Like I thrive off of relationships, and so if you know me, you probably know that. If you don't, here you go, and these are my best tips for you. Don't forget to hit subscribe and the like button down below, and follow me on Instagram so we can stay in contact all the time. Here we are, the video you've all been waiting for. 5 things nobody tells you about becoming a wife. And I am just excited today to kind of laugh a little bit about lessons that no one told me about becoming a wife. And you know, Brandon and I have always been one of those couples that like none of the normal things people said would surprise you, like surprised us, if that makes any sense at all. Like people would say like you start living with someone and like you see a completely different person, or you get married and you learn all these different quirks that you didn't know about and all this stuff. And Brandon and I are like, we like are in love, like we know everything about each other, like we're good. And honestly, like when we got married, we started living together, blah blah blah, like nothing surprised us, we were good. But there were a few things that no one warned me about, and these are those 5 things. Number 1 is not so much a lesson that I learned, but it was like a balance I had to learn, and it's just a reminder that your opinion matters. So hopefully you're not in a relationship where your partner just like squashes your opinion. Hopefully you're able to talk about it and just like go into a conversation with confidence that your opinion does matter. You may not be right in the end, but like your opinion does matter. Number 2, I actually wrote a post about this on Instagram the other day, but just that like a reminder that your partner cannot read your mind. So if something's bothering you, no matter how many little hints you might lay out for them, it's just always going to be better if you talk about it with them instead of just like waiting for them to catch on, because you know, like we all have busy lives and like no one really has time for games like that. So just be honest and open, and honestly that's something that Brandon and I have always been pretty good about, but we were on such the same wavelength that for a while like I thought he could read my mind, but like sometimes he can't, and he's only human, so. Number 3 is marriage means you choose your partner every day. Okay, so no matter what, every day you choose them. When it's easy, when it's hard, you know, the whole like in sickness and health, all of that, you choose them every day. And there's an important distinction here between marriage and dating, and I talk a lot more about dating on this podcast with Casey Nochi, and we lay out kind of like my best dating advice, and part of that is to acknowledge that you're not married and you don't have to pretend that you are, and your relationship will look different if you're dating rather than married. But this one's specifically for marriage because you're making a lifelong commitment. It's important that you choose every day. It might be easy to kind of get in a rut and just mundane living, and it's important to just like be really intentional about choosing your partner every day and just like find new ways to love them, find new ways to show your appreciation, and that will help your relationship just to continue to blossom. Number 4 is like the biggest thing, I swear, and I did read this in a book somewhere, I think, I don't know, somewhere along the way, but the thing is, the thing that you hate most about your partner, or the thing that drives you the most crazy, is probably directly connected to the thing you love most about your partner, okay? So a little example would be, it like drove me insane at first that Brandon wouldn't like put away his clothes, like just put it in the hamper, bud. But you know what, like the thing that I love most about him is that he's laid back and doesn't get all like in a fit about little things like I tend to, obviously. And so I just had to connect the two, that, you know, it comes like you can't have one without the other. Like his personality is very laid back, and so I can't like enjoy that at one time and then criticize him on another end for being the way that he is, because I love him. That makes sense. Number 5, and the last one, is just to cherish the good times and the bad times, because both have the potential to bring you closer together. As long as you choose your partner every day, you choose to walk with them through the good, through the bad, you're going to come out together so much stronger, so much more bonded, and there's really just nothing more special than that, because it's something that only experience can do. It's not something that can happen without going through those good and bad times. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you did. If you want more videos about like relationship stuff, I can totally do that. And I just want to remind you all that I love you, and I miss kind of being on here at like 2 times a week, but it's honestly just like definitely the right decision for right now. So let me know what you think, and I love you lots. Bye!